Okay, it's a road trip with Bryan. It's a road trip with Bryan. I'm going to go get slot wall because we're going to get more. See, there's one thing that I'm good at is I know how to take a very small space and cram it with more product. And that's what I have to do. Need more space. And what you do is you use all the space you possibly can. And that whenever you change things, then that means people will come in the store more and more. So we're redoing the store. We're redoing the car ride. That's right, Adam. You love it. We're gonna stop at Chick-fil-A, and I'm gonna have a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and then I'm gonna stop at Menard. I'm getting 4 sheets of slot wall at Menards. I love slot wall. I think it's the greatest thing ever invented. Is slot wall. It's better than pegged hole product. Um, it's better than that. Slot wall is better. So I've got to drive to Findlay. So we're going to do a Findlay road trip there and back. And because what we're doing is when you go into the vault, we're going to put 2 shelving units in there. And it will be so that we're going to put some of the race sets. We don't need as many race sets in there because we have the sea container, so we can put a sample of all the sets in there, at least 2 or 3 of each set, and then because then we can get more stuff in there. See, when we first opened up, we didn't have enough product to make the store look full, so you stack it. I call it rack and stack them. That's what I call it rack and all a bunch of commie crap, anyways. So anyway. I'm going to get some slot wall. And I thought, well, you know what? You guys have been really nice to us. Do a live stream. Hey, we've been selling our Tamiya paint. Chris Ginnings bought some Tamiya paint. I've got, if you haven't checked out our Tamiya paints, so I have all of the Vallejo kits. So like if you want to paint any kind of model kit, I've got all the paints you need. I have the airbrush paints. I have the regular paints. I even have the airbrush units by Grex, which are the best airbrushes you can ever. Great investment is a Grex airbrush machine. And so we have all that. And then, so it's really sunny today and it's cold. But that's what happens in the winter. People think that in the winter it's supposed to be not cold, it's supposed to be warm. Well, that's not what winter is. Winter is cold. Anyways, so I'm driving my minivan, my Ford Flex. Man, I'm so glad I bought this thing. This thing will last probably another 10 years. Keep this thing all up and nuppy. So I'm driving to Menards to pick up my slot wall. So, anyways, we're reorganizing the vault to where things will be more organized. And then there's a wall going into the vault that there was a shelving unit there, which would squeeze the item. So we're taking that shelving unit out, and that's all going to be slot wall against that wall, and we're going to peg hook all of the Army stuff. We've got a ton of Army stuff that we're going to put there. Military men, anything that has to do with Army and all that stuff. So that's all going to go there. And then that will leave, because I got all these paints, but you got to put the paints up by the front desk because they're very, people like to steal them. So you don't want to put them back in the corner of a store that people can just go by and steal them. You don't want to think people would do that. Emerson Road, the internet fluctuates. How well, once I get close to Findlay, it's a little more secure. This will last. I might not be able to keep this live stream up here. We lost a lot of people here because of the live stream popping in and out. So, So we're gonna redo we're putting some, and then another area is we're moving shelving unit to get more slot wall in, so I can put more product on the walls. Um, it's just it's called maximizing every inch of your store for product. Okay, and you're always wanting to change the store so that when somebody comes in, they go, "Oh, what happened?" And then they have to look over again, and they want to look for something, and which is pretty cool. And that's called merchandising. I'm not saying that I'm an expert at merchandising, but I would say that I'm a I learned a lot from Floyd Craft. Um, I won't say that I'm better than Floyd, but I've I've advanced. Um, Either you're good at it or you're not, and I think I'm good at it. Actually, am I an expert? Yeah, maybe. Oh, okay. So it's 12 o'clock. Wow, the day's gone by fast. The problem is these sheets of plywood are a little too long for the van, and so the beeper will be going off all the way home. It'll go beep 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 beep. So I got to deal with that coming home because all these vehicles have all these stupid alerts and everything. I tell you, it's just there is so much junk in a car nowadays that is really useless. It serves no purpose at all. What happens when the government gets involved? And then somebody says, "Well, that's what would you do without all that?" Well, you know what? We survived fine without it. I mean, we went to the moon. We won World War II. We defeated communism. Well, we didn't defeat communism. Now we got it in America. It's almost like we don't need all this garbage in these cars. No, it's all about money. You follow a trail of money. You follow the trail. It's all about money. It's all about money. Hey, we need more likes. I don't know why it's hard for you guys to give me likes. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Always thumbs up. There's no real way to get to Findlay. There are a lot of side roads. You can take the interstate, but that takes you 9 miles that way. When if you just go this way, it saves the 9 miles. Of course, I could go to Five Guys. That sounds good. Is everybody getting their orders? It looks like everybody's receiving their orders. We shipped out a lot of stuff this week, that's for sure. Oh! Yeah, I just got my first order, my paint order. Somebody placed an order for paints. See, that's what's really cool about ProTinkerToys.com. It's going to just start growing and growing and growing to where, you know, you're going to want to. You don't need to go anywhere else to buy things. It's going to take time, like Carrera, for example. I don't have a lot of Carrera. I track it all. Now we're going to be getting into Carrera. Um, I'm buying a digital Carrera set from a guy that we're going to use as a demo track in the shed. I'm going to combine it with the other Carrera set, so I can start promoting Carrera. I bought another couple pallets of closeouts from round two. They had a bunch of defectives that they wanted to get rid of, so I bought that. And now I'm coming into Bloomdale. Now Bloomdale's got sketchy internet cell phone inside them. They had every business you would need. They had a hardware store. They had all the businesses, and right down here is the downtown. And but towns like this, but you got to do what you got to do. I'm hoping I can get all the stuff. 18 people watching. Got 14 likes, which is bad. Okay, so now we're the main drag to Finley. You got to take a dog left, up a dog right up here, and then a dog left, and then the road takes you right into Finley. During the pandemic, pandemic still paranoid. Last year, it's a year or 2 years ago. Man, I can't believe how long this thing's been going on. It really is amazing how the last 2 years just kind of flown by. Now we're in 2022, January. Unbelievable. Anyway, you couldn't go into Menards unless you wore a mask. I just said, you know what? If they just had a brain about this thing, but nobody has any idea what's going on. Nobody has any idea what they're doing. So we're redoing the shed here, reorganizing some things, and I needed some slot wall to get it all finished. Ryan's got military drill. They're still trying to kick him out because of the vaccine, which I think it's a joke because everybody they get it anyway. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're in your 80s, not or 70s, that, and you have a lot of issues, but it's still a risk to get that because you might die from it too. I mean, Colin Powell got it he got it, and now they're saying that Betty White had a booster, and maybe that's why she died, and now they're denying it. I mean, who knows? Oh my gosh. I mean, how can all of a sudden Betty White we find, and then she just dies natural causes? What is natural causes? What, she just dies? I think that's kind of messed up too. But you can't talk about. Oh, It's a bright day. Boy, is it bright out. Holy cow. Ryan and Adam and Daniel are there kind of reorganizing the vault, getting ready for the slot wall because we're reorganizing the store. I have to get more space to put more product in. No, what you got to do is I've got a paint rack that I need to set up, but I can't put the paint rack in because I don't have any space for it. And uh, we're reorganizing, and you got to put the paint rack up by the cash register because they'll steal the paint. People will. Now, I don't know how many of my customers would steal it, but you just don't want to give them the opportunity, I guess. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm heading to Findlay, and I'm on the back roads to Findlay. They're pretty much straightaways. All these roads used to be the main thoroughfare when you're driving back in the 1930s and the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s until the interstate came along. Findlay is the home of Marathon Oil. People don't realize that Ohio, back in the 1920s and 30s, was the number one oil producer in the world. Yeah, that's right. The state of Ohio produced more oil than any other country on earth, and that Ohio provided all the oil for World War II. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of oil was not found in Texas until the 1940s and 50s. And that's not saying that they had a boom, but most of it happened in the 50s and 60s, or 40s and 50s. 50s and 60s. Somewhat in the 40s, but a lot of oil in Ohio was provided for World War II. I might have to get off when I get there. They might want to know my order number, so I might have to get on the internet. So I might have to sign off for a while. I don't know yet. I know whenever I come to this Menard, there's one guy at the shack. He's not a very people person. He's not a very pleasant person to deal with. And there's one store that Finley does not have, and that is a Target. And that is really an odd. I always found odd is that Findlay does not have a Target. It's got every other major retailer. Well, it did until a lot of them closed down, but they don't have Target. They got Walmart. They got two Walmarts. They have all your other major. They lost Sears and J.C. Penney's, which to me that's just unacceptable for me with J.C. Penney's. A lot of these companies, I just can't understand how they couldn't survive in some of these cities. But a lot of it is the management. They had a CEO at Sears or at J.C. Penney's a couple of years ago, maybe 10 years ago, 15. Actually, it's been more than that, about 20 years ago. He was the worst CEO. He's the one that probably put him into bankruptcy. Some of his policies he did. A lot of these people, a lot of these guys, they get into office and they ruin the company. They just ruin it. It's like, what are you kidding me? How can you ruin a company in less than 5 years? Especially the yeah, I think it's the same guy. Yeah, this guy's got issues. I might have to flip this up. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm here to pick up an order for Bryan Young.
You got a piece of paper or a number by chance to give you?
Yeah, going through?
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem.
It wasn't easy last time when Daniel come. He didn't have that fine number. I tell you, sometimes they're really unorganized. I like a bunch of banshees. It's a cold day. It's a cold day. My nose is dribbling. I'll back up here. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Hold on a second, guys. Do you hear that beep sound, guys? That's what you're going to hear all the way home. Because I won't be able to shut the door. And I can't disconnect that. $8 feet. I might be able to shut the door, maybe. I don't know. I might be able to shut the door. Because I think the last time I got the slot wall, I didn't have the seat in there. Oh, you want me to move? Want me to move out of here? Want me to move?
You get him. I do a delivery. Can you get him?
Where are we headed? We are in Menards right now picking up my slot wall. Okay, guys, just everybody relax. 4 sheets of slot wall. I think.
There's somebody back there with a forklift license.
Pardon me?
There's somebody back there with a forklift
All right.
license. We just put it up in the air.
Did you really? That's funny. Okay, so I'm waiting for my slot wall, guys. And I'm getting 4 sheets of slot wall. What's happening? Who's minding the store while you're gone? Ryan, Daniel, and Dave. Adam, tell him to stay out of the bar. LOL. Hi, Brian. Hello. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. So what happened? Where are we headed? I'm in Menards in Finley. Okay, and we're getting some slot wall because we're redoing the store. We're trying to get more space. Menards. Menards. Money saving offers at Menards. They had a bad policy. Menards carries a lot of stuff. They're almost like a superstore. Superstore. They've redone everything. Why does this look different? Yeah, this is all new. Boy, they got this guy just sitting around here, just man. They got to get the forklift to get me 4 sheets of slot wall. Oh, you just put it up there? Ha! They just put it on the shelf. They just put my order on the shelf, and I'm coming to get it. Oh, that's funny. I hope I don't have to hear this beep going off all the way home. Let's put that right there, guys. We'll get you all set up there. Okay. Oh, of course it doesn't want to shut. Well. And you can't turn those stupid buzzers off. All this safety garbage they put in these cars. And there's your paperwork. You're all set. Let's see here. You have some twine?
As soon as you get outside the gate there.
Oh, yeah, all right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There is, yeah. Thanks a lot, partner. And I don't know how to turn off that beeper. Because that beeper will go off all the way home. But I don't know how you turn it off. So you guys are going to have to hear that beep all the way home. Beep, beep, beep. Unbelievable.
Give me 1 second.
All right. Now I got to get some twine to shut the doors. Well, now I have to go home with that beep sound all the way. Oh well. Now, and I don't know how to turn it off. It's all the electronic crap they put in these cars. You know, you should be able to disable something, but no, they put all this horse manure in these cars. Oh gosh. People drive just a little fast. Yeah, it's about 4 inches too short to shut the door. You know what that is? That's a bad engineering. You know what I'm saying? When you make a van like this, that's a bad engineering. They should have laid a sheet of plywood down and said, okay, well, you could be able to put a sheet of plywood in here and shut the doors. But that's an engineering failure to me. I know somebody say, well, Bryan, why do you always complain? Why do you always? Because it's not it's engineering problems. It's design problems. That's why we have so much garbage nowadays, because they don't know how to make anything correctly anymore. Everything is government. It has government. It's got its government finger on it. If it's got its government finger on it, you know it's screwed up. Yep. I'm just telling you. I'm just giving you the fact. I'm only giving you the facts, okay? Just the facts. Just Friday. Just the facts. I just want the facts, madam. So you're gonna have to hear that beady, beady. If it becomes too much, I'll just turn off the live stream, okay, guys? If you guys can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna go get a Chick-fil-A sandwich. How's that? I was gonna get a Five Guy, but I decided just to get a Chick-fil-A. Finley's got Chick-fil-A's here. The problem is getting into the Chick-fil-A right now is like a nightmare. They've got a line a mile long. You can't go inside and eat yet because you can't go inside. Oh, you're going to hurt everybody. Blah, blah, blah. Chicken. I'll get Adam a sandwich. I had a burger yesterday, and I'm having a Chick-fil-A today. Yep, that's right, guys. We had a road trip yesterday. We got a road trip today. Oh, it doesn't look like there's a line. All righty, good. They used to be opened inside here, but that all changed. Can't go inside anymore. Actually, I think it's closed still. No, I think you can go in. Huh. Yeah, they closed the inside again. Unbelievable. Drive-through and mobile pickups only. Sad. This is why this country is in shambles right now. You can't go inside of a restaurant. Unbelievable. That's why we are all screwed, people. I'm just telling you the fact. You can't have. I'm gonna get a 12-piece nuggets. You can't have 12 million people drop, or 4.5 million drop off the employment rolls, and then we are okay. All right, so this is what they're saying is that 4.5 million people dropped off the labor rolls and unemployment went down. First of all, that's an oxymoron. That cannot happen. You can't have, well, what it is, it's a gimmick. They're saying, well, they're off the rolls. That means nobody's counting them. And that is the lie. That is the lie. The unemployment rate, I'll tell you right now, the unemployment rate is hovering probably about 16%. That's where it's at officially. If you take in all this crap that they're doing, that's what it is really at. 15%. We are at a 15% unemployment rate.
Hello, welcome to Chick-fil-A. May I have a name for your order?
Yeah, young.
How may I serve you today?
And I want to get a Chick-fil-A meal with just the sandwich, the fries, and a Coke.
Absolutely.
And then another one of those also.
Exact same way.
Yeah.
Beautiful fork.
And then a large chicken nugget.
The 12 count meal?
Yeah, 12 count meal.
Fries as well?
No, just the nuggets. And then a set of or a one cookie.
Absolutely. Any sauces for your meal?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Sauces. We have the Chick-fil-A meals with fries and Cokes. I have two of those, and then a 12 count nugget and a cookie.
Yep.
Do you need a copy of your receipt?
No.
It's going to be $22.96 today.
And you know what's really bad, guys, is they're making these people stand out all day long. That is what I think is a crime. But anyway, that's fine.
You're going to remove your card?
I mean, can you think about it? So they're outside all day long taking orders in zero temperature, all right? And everything's wonderful. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, everybody. Yeah.
I do have to clarify when you rotate and have heaters.
I know that,
You're
but
going to be following the card in front of you all the way around.
they do have heaters, and they rotate. And this is normal. Hey, this is fine, guys. Everything's wonderful. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is where we're at in America. She is basically a zombie. They have as long as they're rotated and they have heaters, everything's fine. And that is the problem. That's the problem. That's what we've created. Yeah, they got outdoor stands here. They're literally nuts. Okay, I don't know how else to say it, people. I just don't. I don't know if how long we can survive this. You know what I'm saying? And I really shouldn't be talking about this because nobody likes to hear me talk about this. But to me, this is a crime right here. This should not be happening right now. Zombie chicken, yeah, exactly. I mean, if it wasn't for the how good this chicken is, I wouldn't come here. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even come here. But the chicken sandwiches are really good here. I will admit. You can't get a better chicken sandwich than at Chick-fil-A. Period. Let me just make that a very clear statement. They make the best chicken sandwich ever.
What's the name?
Young.
Young?
Okay, so they're outside all day long taking orders. That is a crime. I just can't believe it. They could take all these people and put them inside and tell them we're no longer doing drive-through. You're all inside. That's what they could do. And that's the crime right there. Period. I'm telling you, a reckoning is going to come here. And when it happens, people aren't going to like it. I'm telling you right now. I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I don't know what to tell you. You know what? I've been telling you guys this for 2 years now. You do realize that, right? Every one of you people that are watching know that I've told you this for 2 years. It's not like I've just begun saying this. I've been saying this now for 2 years. And we got our fickless politicians Latta, oh, he's a great one. DeWine, boy, those are brilliant people. Honestly, I think they're dumber than. Oh, Bryan, why are you going into this right now? Because this really upsets me. This is just absolutely criminal. It is literally, it is, what is it, 10 degrees outside, and they're outside all day long serving meals. Yep. And mayonnaise. I need mayonnaise. Yeah.
Use that for you.
Thanks. I just find it absolutely astonishing that this is okay. This is what I don't understand. I just don't get it. I know you're probably saying, Bryan, you should get over this. I know that's what probably people are saying. Bryan, get over it. You know, just get over it. Well, you know what? I can't. I just find it really insulting. Well, I'm going to drive home. All right, that's Adam's meal. Unfortunately, I have to hear this beep sound all the way home. But good thing it's only 20 minutes. Oh, brother. Honestly, I think that's criminal. They could all take all those people and put them inside. I just say we're not doing drive-through anymore. Drive-through is closed, and you have to come inside. That's the way restaurants used to be. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I've been trying to tell you for years. For 2 years. January 2020. So here's the timeline of January. So it's January 2020. I just got in. I ordered back in December of 2019. I was in Orlando, and I ordered Craig. Craig at Auto World called me and said, "Hey, Bryan, I've got 1,800 cars. Do you want to buy them?" And they were the flamethrowers, the kit, the car, and the Smoking the Bandit. He said, "I've got 1,800 of them. Do you want them?" I go, "Yeah. How much?" And he gave me a price. And I said, "Can you give me 90 days on them?" And he goes, "Yeah, I can do that." And so I got in 1,800 cars. All right. And that I got them in probably when I got about the end of December, I think, maybe. So the first week in January, I started to sell them. And I went to Vegas. I had a Vegas show to do in I think January 10th. No, I think yeah. And then I had to go. I got back from Vegas, and I had to go to Atlanta. I had to do the Atlanta gift show the end of January. Now, mind you, this everybody knew about COVID. The Chinese knew about COVID. Oh, mm, oh, oh! That chicken sandwich is just the greatest. So they knew about COVID. So I do Atlanta gift show. I do the Vegas gift show. I come back end of January. All of a sudden, they're talking about it. I do. I did fly to Orleans, New Orleans, to do the True Value show. Now that's the first show that no Chinese were there. All the Chinese were not there. So I go to True Value, and I show off the. I sell a lot of gun displays. I get back from True Value, and then I have to drive to New York City and go to the toy fair, the toy show in Toy Fair in New York. I go to New York, go to Toy Fair. Now this is when they know about COVID. There's no Chinese pavilion at the time, but there are thousands of people at Toy Fair. And then I get back, and that's when everything hits the fan. That's the end of February. And then the next show I was supposed to do is ASD in Vegas in March. And that's when they shut everything down. That's when the world ended. And that's when I started doing live feeds in March. It's really funny how quickly this whole thing started. Because Ryan got the website going in 2019. He started the website in September of 2019. That's when ProTinkerToys.com got started, 2019. But it really didn't take off until February, March. Thank you very much. I hope everybody likes all their cards. Yeah, Adam Hurt was one of my first live streamers. He found out about us. And the rest is history. That's right. And who would have known that this would have gone on for 2 years? And our politicians, they're the can't do anything really. You know why Chick-fil-A has the best sandwich? Does anybody know why? McDonald's is terrible. Of course, I am upset with Chick-fil-A because they took away the coleslaw. I think that's the dumbest thing they ever did was take away the coleslaw. But again, that's the new CEO. He's an idiot. That's the best thing I loved about Chick-fil-A was taking a bite of the sandwich and then a bite of coleslaw. Chicken goes with coleslaw. Why they got rid of that, I will never know. They had it for 50 years, 70 years. Oh, we can't do that. Not healthy. What do you? I really don't have a lot of people watching me. You know that? Yeah, it's buffering a lot. I'm in a bad zone. And what's really funny about it is there's a cell tower right here. Literally, I'm like 10 feet away from it. Isn't that funny? There's a cell tower right there. And it's buffering right here. Let me make a statement, okay? To everybody. The things we use nowadays are so much junk compared to what was made in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Do you realize that when Bell Telephone, when they were in business, that and I remember this because we had Bell when I was a kid in the early 70s. That was before Bell was broken up, but you didn't own your phone. Did you know that? Your phone, it was rented to you by Bell Telephone. They owned, and you know why they never broke down? They were designed like that because they didn't want to have to maintenance the phone all the time. So they made them not to break. They literally were indestructible. A telephone was literally indestructible. The speakers on those phones were huge. That's when the phone system was truly the best. I would say the heydays of the phone system were probably the 50s, 60s, and mid 70s. And then after that, it went right downhill. Because Bell Laboratories, that's where all your technologies came from. They said, okay, sorry. All right, so here's the conversation they had. All right, we need to put a telephone in every person's house. So and they have to work all the time. We cannot have a phone where it doesn't work. Let me repeat that. We need to put a phone in everybody's house that will work no matter what. But they all have cell phones. Go figure that. I'm telling you, the industry that ever could be, they make junk. These phones are junk. They're basically just computers. Ryan disagrees. He thinks, oh, cell phones. So, anyways, so then speed up in the year 2001. We move into the house in Wayne, okay? And upstairs in Ryan's bedroom was an old dial tone. Now, this dial tone was made of ceramic plastic. I can't think of the name of the plastic. It was called Plexi something. It was a really indestructible plastic, but it was more of a ceramic type plastic. All the phones were made out of them, okay? Anyways, this phone was made in probably 1920, and it still worked. Everything worked on it perfectly, okay? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Bakelite, yes. Bakelite. It was the number one big cookies cold. Everything is cold. So when Ma Bell came out with their, they sat down and said, hey, we need a phone that is indestructible, that will last for at least 50 years. And they made one. Listening to what I'm saying, they never broke because they didn't want to have to send a repair guy out to the phone every 5 days. The cords, look at an old designed never to fail. I just find that funny. And nowadays, everything we make is designed to fail. Everything we have is literally junk. Everything. I'm just telling you the truth, guys. I'm not lying. I'm not making up things. I'm just giving you the facts. Bakelite. Man, oh man. Ma Bell. They should have never broke Ma Bell up. There's nothing wrong with a monopoly. You can't have your own monopoly, and that's what they did to the the uh, the movie industry. They screwed the movie industry the same way. That's why the movie companies went out of business because the government got in. The government gets involved in everything and they screw it up. Government got in business. All the studios had their own theaters. Okay, and Fox would only show Fox movies. Now, if there was a popular movie, they might show another company's movie, but Fox was for Fox movies. MGM was for MGM. Well, you can't have that. So the government got involved and they basically couldn't write off the expense. Company said, "Well, we can't be in business after that." Now I don't know if it's changed now, but I'm telling you, whatever the government touches, they destroy. Bureaucrats. That was the worst thing that ever happened to the phone system was breaking it up. We would probably be so far ahead of what we are now with cell phones. They were working on cell phones back in the 60s. I would wager to say that there is a warehouse somewhere that probably has 1,000,000 touch-tone phones or dial phones. Unless they've crushed them all up, there's got to be a warehouse just filled with thousands of phones. Boy, I'd like to get those and sell them. They redid this road here in Wayne. This road was the worst road around here. Completely repaved it. Cost a lot of money. So I got into about everything. That's the thing when you talk to me, I can literally get into a conversation about anything. I'm thinking of running for Congress against Latta. And I have a feeling that if I started advertising on MeTV, saying, hey, I need everybody to come in and sign my petition if you live in Northwest Ohio, somebody's got to take these people out. He does not need to be in Congress anymore. I mean, seriously, they don't need to be in Congress anymore. He is absolutely useless. He might be a great dad. He might be a great father and all that. But you know what? If you're going to finish the rest of your life in Congress, what has he done in life? Nothing. These guys do nothing. Schumer, what has Schumer done in his entire life? $1990s. The breakup of AT&T or Ma Bell, that was a big mistake. Of course, no one would admit it, especially your politicians. They don't admit anything. AT&T, Ma Bell. Bell Telephone. And you had all these regional telephone companies too. Ma Bell was the largest, and then you had your regional phone companies that would control a certain area. Those were the days. Those were the days, my friend. I thought they'd never end. La 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 la. I had a friend of mine, his name was Mark Dixon. When I opened up Young's Newsstand, we got into computers together, and we were building computers back in the 87, 88, 90, 91. We built computers basically. And we'd put them together, we'd program them and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, and this is when AOL just came online, and you had to call it to Toledo to log in. And I remember getting my first bill. My phone bill was like $300. Anyways, we used to play this tank game over the phone between each other. I would log in, he would log in on our computers, and we'd play this tank game. It was, guys, it's constantly bopping off. It's constantly bopping off. I only got 17 people watching. 17. Unbelievable. Yep. Well, I'm almost back home. So I'm going to sign off now. It's 1:30. I don't know if I'll do anything anymore today. I think that's enough for today. We've done a lot of broadcasts this week. I need to take a break for the rest of the day. So we're gonna sign off, guys. We want to thank everybody for watching this live stream, going down to and listening to my pontifications. I know everybody likes when I talk. I guess maybe not. Adam likes when I talk.